Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. And I want to talk to you. This subject is about a wide variety of life issues. From work to expenses, so on and so forth. And I would entitle this, we all have to choose if we're going to be the slave or the master. The slave or the master. Now, some of us may have to start out as the slave. We ain't talking about in terms of that old story they got, because we ain't talking about that. We talking about the concept, the mindset. You're going to either have to be the master or you're going to be the slave. Now, for me, I'm choosing to be the master. And here's what you got to do when you're the master. You got to stop worrying. You got to stop worrying about getting evicted, getting your car repossessed, getting your house foreclosed, getting your lights off. Because when you're a master, you can't worry about that for a number of reasons. For one, you're not supposed to care what these people think because you're the master. You the master. We're supposed to think like we God or something. Not over each other, but in terms of our own life. And a lot of times the trouble that we have in our lives is because we think like slaves. Slave, remember they say you just like little children, can't do nothing on your own. Jay-Z had a verse in a song, I Love the Dough, where he said, being broke is childish and I'm quite grown. See, we got to learn how to grow up. We got to learn, like somebody tried to say on in my comments, and it's not that I don't respect his comment or his right to his opinion, but he tried to say that you shouldn't listen to men and women, paraphrasing what the person said. And I said, you can learn stuff that you don't know, you ignore, or you don't care about, neglect, so on and so forth, from people that are talking on YouTube or in life in general, whether it's at church or you can learn from other people. Some stuff they just giving you confirmation. But it all boils down to what I'm talking about on this. You have to choose. Are you going to be the slave or the master? Are you going to be the slave, just accepting the crumbs from the master's table, accepting being poor, and just trying to make the best out of it, accepting being unhealthy and just trying to make the best out of it? Or are you going to be the master and try to be at the top of your game in every life category? Something you need to think about. I done already made up my mind. Y'all be worried, like stress. Stress is spinach to the devil. It's spinach for the devil. It's like spinach was the Popeye for the devil. When we stress out, because see that you basically, what they call it, polytheism. You choosing all of these gods for yourself, including people you related to and people you call friends, when you shouldn't, but due to the very fact did they not even go, and I'm just going to keep riding around until I'm done with this, due to the fact that they not going to help you alone. Like when your bills get out of control, how many of y'all can call one of your friends and be like, oh, hey man, I need you to help me out here. And then you don't get no negative bite back or judgment or backstabbing against you. Less than 5% of y'all, guaranteed. Because you are making these people your master. Y'all know from watching me all the time how I teach you the attitude that you should have in regards to other people. And even your kids. You listen, your kids need to experience some failures so they can strive to succeed. See, I believe this is one of the reasons why some rich people don't like just giving their kids all this stuff, because they want them to have the mindset that leads to success in their own lives. But people scared of failure. That's a slave. Oh, we can't leave the master house. I got my cornbread. I got my grits. I got a fireplace right here. I know my house only 200 square feet, but I got... That's that mindset. That's that mindset, that fear of failure. Some people won't even approach. They want a relationship in regards to dating, which I don't know what, y'all hear me talk about that too. But they fear failure, so they don't approach. And don't do it at work. Now you got to watch out for the gym too. Oh, he's a creep. Even though I got on these yoga pants and my butt jiggling all over the world, he's a creep for looking at it. Even though that's what he likes, he's a creep. That's how they think now. But you still, in every category, got to choose. Are you going to be a slave or a master? Now, sometimes you got to realize it's going to be a bumpy road when you're trying to escape from slavery. It's going to be a bumpy road, man. But you got to keep trying to run away from it and run away from slave-minded people. Stop calling these people your friends. Stop talking about how much you love these people. You need to start seeing people when you trying to be a master. You got to stop seeing these people who love slavery as friends and family. You don't hate them. You can still love them. But in terms of how you view them, your love should be practically like hate. Just like in terms of the Most High, in comparison to other people, our love for other people should practically be like hate in comparison to our love for Him. And sometimes, I'm going to tell you, man, as a prophet, He will let you fail because He knows in all His infinite wisdom that failure breeds not only the desire to succeed, but failure breeds the mindset that you need to have. See, He be wanting to, just that, like He said, the father is the husbandman. Meaning the father is going to cut stuff off to make stuff grow. You see what I'm saying? So, if you like a person that He wants to have the freedom of business ownership and preach or whatever He wants, and you just won't leave your job, sometimes he'll let all type of chaos break out on your job. So you'll hate that job and you'll leave it so He can bless you. I'm just telling you, like I know I talk about a wide range of things, but I still have to get back to the main focus, where I'm kind of preaching to you. Because now I know it says people will take the scripture out of context. No man can serve two masters. And that's true. That's true, but you serving God as your master, that's not talking about everyday life from a standpoint of the mindset you're supposed to have. Remember, it says we're supposed to cast down imaginations. Pull down those strongholds in your mind of poverty and of depression and not feeling like you cut the mustard. You are a unique individual. You are a unique individual for a reason, because He wants you to be you. But He don't want you to be a slave to anything in this world. And that's why it says, love not the world. Because slaves a lot of times love the wrong things and the wrong people. Because you trying to prosper in this world. You can prosper in this world as a righteous individual. And you don't got to be churchy, wearing suits all the time, scared to watch this, scared to play this video game. No, you don't got to be that way. You don't have to be that way. Because sin is only taken into account when there's a law in place. But you definitely, the Most High want you to pick up where Adam left off and be a master. A master. He was bringing all the animals. He could have named them himself. He was bringing them to Adam because he was trying to teach Adam how to take charge. Y'all think the Most High, let me show you something. It's kind of deep, but then it's kind of like common sense too. The Most High loves people who take charge. They take charge in their prayers, take charge in their lives. Now, but he does want you to have the wisdom to understand timing in regards to that. He wants you to know when and how to do it. But he wants you to do it. He wants you to dominate. He wants you to till this land. See, y'all scared of them peoples. But y'all don't realize that they can only do something to you if he allows it. If he allows it for whatever reason, you still don't need to be worried about. A lot of y'all getting brainwashed, slave mindset, just like on Roots. He changed his name. He was taking dominion over him. And he whipped him until the slave said that was his name. Now, a master would have either died fighting, or he would have just sat there mute until he gave up trying to whoop on him. See, y'all gotta learn, man. I'm telling you. And I was thinking about this stuff, and what made me think about it, I was watching another content creator talking about something similar to this, not this subject, but it made me think of this. And then the Most High started talking to me, showing me that you gotta master this stuff. You gotta create in your mind. See, the reason why people sell drugs, and the reason why people kill people for everything, and the reason why people feel like they gotta walk around acting like they so tough, destroying peaceable events like Water Street in Milwaukee. Normally Water Street is just somewhere that people go when they want to have a good time. Now the thugs done messed up Water Street. And if you live in a thug lifestyle, it's because you're not being the creator that the Most High created you to be. You done bought what the devil's selling. You done bought what the devil's selling, just like Adam and Eve. Getting them to believe something different from what God actually said and what God demanded. That's where a lot of y'all is. Y'all trying to twist the narrative. Y'all saying, oh, there's no heaven. Some of y'all saying, oh, there's no heaven or hell. Some of y'all saying God never existed, Big Bang Theory, all this other stuff, because you right back in the Garden of Eden as a slave when you're supposed to be a master. That's what people is doing. They back in the Garden of Eden as a slave, being lied to. Because for you to be a slave, somebody has to lie to you. Oh, the economy is bad, yet the richest individuals are getting richer. Now, if nobody has money to buy their goods, then how are they getting richer? And Black Ram was talking about, somebody mentioned it in the comments in the video that I was watching on his channel, how the richest people, we don't even know about them. They at the top of the pyramid, like they trillionaires. They make the people that we hear about look poor. So to be a slave, you have to be lied to. Remember that long journey they took on the Wizard of Oz, only to find out that there was a guy behind the camera that was bored, that was manipulating everything that they thought. You gotta master your emotions. You gotta master your thoughts. You gotta say, when people try to giggle and laugh at you, people try to mistreat you, you gotta say, they ain't better than me. You gotta say that to yourself. Even if you got to say it out loud, they not better than me. See, people play that game on jobs. And y'all want to know why millions of people, they call it the Great Resignation? Because people just tired of dealing with it. Just like the dating, jobs, people is waking up to how people are, man. And really, I should be one of the most popular YouTubers based on what people is doing, because I talk about this stuff all the time. I talk about how we should never feel sad or lonely or depressed over what we don't have or over who we don't have. You got to be a master. You got to be a master. And to be a master, you got to have knowledge. You got to have knowledge of people. You got to have knowledge. Y'all sitting there sad over women. Man, come on, man. Be honest with yourself and realize they stink too. They bleed. They are not to be worshipped or feared. Adam was in the garden by himself. And he was still naming all the animals. He had dominion. See, we had to get where he should have went. Keep your dominion and realize this person is there to help you, and if they don't help you, they got to go. And that's whether it's your job, your kids, your coworkers, your relatives. Master. It's not, okay, your household. Master. If you can't master, don't have no household. Go live by yourself. If you can't be the master, go live by yourself. Or get some people in your house that is going to submit to your leadership and realize that you the master of the house. You shouldn't be fighting with people, because if you look real hard, you'll see this person is not worth fighting for X, Y, Z. It's going to always be reasons. And that person that fights against you, they're usually not on your team anyway. They usually expect you to make sacrifices for them. Whether it's your job, whether it's your wife, husband, kids. They usually expect you to make sacrifices for them, but they don't make any for you. And it's like when you're in a team environment without team, everything goes downhill. You can't be in team environments, team situations without team. You try to mix master and slavery. And when everybody that try to mix master and slavery just end up getting arrested or some stuff. That's like the kingpin in your neighborhood. He just gonna end up getting arrested or something. You can't be the master and the slave. You gotta choose. And with that, I could talk way longer, but I'm gonna stop. You got to choose, man. You got to choose. This is the truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix. No being a slave. You need to choose to be a master and be it. Look up what that means. Figure it out. No simping. Every slave is a simp. Every slave. It's okay. People be trying to send me stuff about jobs. And maybe their motive is good, but maybe it ain't. Maybe they don't want me to have freedom because they don't have it. You can't turn me into a slave. And then you know how you start mastering, but then you start missing slavery. You got to pick your path and stay on it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know if I'm going to make more videos or even have time today, but I want to talk about this. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos.